I'm Erik, and now I'd like to talk to you about one of the biggest problems I see with my clients is that they have negative behaviors that diminish how they look at themselves, diminish their level of confidence, diminish their level of fulfillment, makes them very unhappy with their life. And yet they continue to do them over and over and over again. How frustrating, right? And for the lack of a better alternative, we're going to keep going with what we know. And this process, this going with what we know, this process is called comfort zone. And it's not called comfort zone because it's so comfortable. It's called the comfort zone because it's so familiar. And we're going to keep doing it until we're ready to leave the comfort zone and go with a better alternative. So this diagram helps us to understand this better. This is our comfort zone. Here's where we are. We're in this comfort zone. But here, over here, is our goal. Do you notice that these two circles don't intersect anywhere? What does that tell us? If I want to get from my comfort zone to the goal, I'm going to have to leave my comfort zone to get over here. I had a client, this is a true story. He was an engineer, really smart guy. He was a nuclear Navy chief. We kind of bonded on that chief level. I was a chief in the Navy as well. Anyway, smart guy, engineer, and he wanted to make residual income using commercial real estate. But he was book smart and not so people smart. And he was had a huge hang up and had stalled for months and months and months on moving forward with this commercial real estate stuff because he couldn't make contact with people. And he couldn't even make contact with people who wanted to sell their property, right? So we ended up with this homework. How many people, if you contacted 10 people, he had like 17 people, like here's 17 properties I'm interested in. If you contacted 10 people, how many people would have to respond positively for you to call it a success? He said 3, not 9, not 10, 3 out of 10 success. So here he goes. Ten people, 10 contacts, 7 out of 10 say yes. Guess what? Huge win, much more than he expected. His comfort zone has grown. He's had so much success in doing this thing he was frightened to do. He's had so much success that his comfort zone has now expanded. And he's pretty comfortable initiating contact with people who are selling property. But now, that was difficult, but not nearly as difficult as begging people for money, getting investors. Oh my God, this is terrible. I can't do this. Again, how many people out of 10 would it take to be successful? So he calls 10 people. Again, 6 out of 10 want to go to the next step. He's got a great way about him. He's very unassuming, very humble, very intelligent, and he has his ducks in a row. People are impressed with him and what it takes. What's the criteria for him to be interested in that property and why it's a good deal for you to be invested in it? 6 out of 10 people say, yeah, I'm interested in what you got to offer. And now his comfort zone's growing some more. And one of the things he told me, and this blew my mind, it was like, oh my God, he's really embracing this stuff. He said, one of my favorite things to do now, this is months later, he says, one of my favorite things to do now is to embrace the discomfort of growth. That I just get high on it. It's just beautiful. And so later on, he's talking, now he's investing, he's got like 8 or 9 properties now, and he's talking to the owner of a hospital about investing in a multi-unit, high-rise apartment complex. And the guy, the hospital owner says, well, yeah, but I don't invest in things that small. But your business sense, your intelligence, the way you set this all up, you have what it takes, and invites him on board to this multinational conglomerate where he's a COO for doing huge things, building high rises and power plants in Malaysia and runways in New Zealand, and he's a millionaire now. And our last call was at 4 in the morning. He's living in Dubai now, and it's 4 in the morning, and it's like, hey, I can't keep this up. I really appreciate all your help, but I'm too busy to continue with the coaching, and this is going to be our last call. And I totally get it. If you need me, I'm here. And great success story. And I would say that he owes this just phenomenal rise to success from doing this. He went from his initial comfort zone, he took it further. He took his comfort zone further. He took his comfort zone further. And I would say where he ended up was so much beyond his original goal. It's just crazy. But if you want to get out of this going with what you know, this diminishing negative behavior that doesn't get you anywhere, if you want to get to that point where you're reaching for the better alternative rather than stuck in the comfort zone, this is the process. Hey, if you liked this video, I got a bunch more, and I got a free 20-minute phone consultation. Love to hear from you. Give me a call. Thanks.